Hello, friend. So glad you're here tonight. Get comfortable, pull the covers up, and let the day loosen its grip. There's nowhere else you need to be. Before we begin, a small request. Most of the people listening tonight aren't subscribed. If this channel has ever helped you drift off, take a moment to subscribe and tap the like button on tonight's video. Both are free, they take 2 seconds, and they help this channel more than you'd think. And you can always change your mind later. And if you feel like it, leave a comment telling me where in the world you're listening from and what time it is where you are. I love reading them. Tonight is a slow drift through the real story of Poseidon, one true thing at a time. There is nothing to do here and nothing to remember. Each one will pass like a slow cloud, some familiar, some quietly surprising, all of them real. If you fall asleep somewhere in the middle, that is exactly how this is meant to work. Settle in, let your breathing slow down, and we will begin. One more thing before we begin. I'm also a co-founder of a sleep app, built to be the most affordable one out there. No ads, ever. Just sounds and stories made to help you sleep. It may not be released yet as this video goes up, but if you're watching a little later, it might be out by now. Just search for it, it should be easy to find. It works on iPhone, Android, and everything in between. Downloading it is the best way to support this channel. Poseidon presided over the kingdom of the sea after Zeus and Hades deposed their father Cronus, king of the Titans. This act of deposition signified a shift in power, as Poseidon, born to Cronus and Rhea, took his place among the new rulers. In the realm of mythology, Poseidon is often portrayed in conflict with other gods, particularly Zeus and Athena. These struggles help define his role and influence within ancient Greek storytelling. The sea that Poseidon ruled was vast and ever-changing, much like the myths themselves. Over time, these tales were passed down through generations, shaping our understanding of the god of the sea. The kingdom he presided over was a world unto itself, filled with diverse creatures and hidden treasures. This legacy continues to fascinate historians and enthusiasts alike. Poseidon's dominion over the sea shaped ancient beliefs about marine life and storms. His power was invoked in rituals to ensure safe voyages. Artifacts bearing his trident symbolized this protection. The stories about him taught people respect for the sea's unpredictable nature. Poseidon's mythology influenced ancient mariners, who saw his trident in every wave and storm. His stories taught them to read the sea, respecting its wrath and seeking solace in its calm. The myths provided a framework for understanding nature's unpredictability. Through storytelling, generations learned the importance of humility and resilience in facing the sea. Through his myths, Poseidon's unpredictable nature became a guide for ancient mariners. They learned to heed the warnings in the sea's moods. His stories instilled a sense of awe and caution among those who ventured into the deep blue. The trident carried on their ships served as both symbol and reminder, connecting them with the god they revered. Poseidon was swallowed by his father Cronus along with Hades, Demeter, Hestia, and Hera to prevent a prophecy. This action took place in the realm of Titans, where Cronus ruled over his divine offspring. Poseidon, like his siblings, was born into a world where prophecies held great power. Legend says that it was foretold. Cronus' children would one day overthrow him, leading to his desperate attempt to thwart the future. The act of swallowing his children was a grim attempt to protect his reign. It is said that Rhea, Poseidon's mother, hid Zeus away to save him from this fate. In the quiet solitude of a cave, Zeus grew strong and eventually freed his siblings from Cronus' belly. Upon their release, the siblings confronted Cronus and cast him down. Zeus took the throne of heaven, Poseidon ruled the seas, and Hades became king of the underworld. This division reflected the balance of power among the gods. The prophecy that once threatened Cronus' reign now defined their domains. This knowledge comes from ancient Greek myths, passed down through generations. The divine siblings, now free from their father's belly, forged a new era in the cosmos. Their unity brought stability to realms that once knew only chaos. The lessons of prophecy and consequence echoed through generations of gods and mortals alike. The myths, etched into stone and spoken by bards, preserved this pivotal moment in time. The division of realms among the siblings was a deliberate act to maintain harmony and prevent further chaos. This balance ensured each domain received adequate attention and governance. Through their shared experience, they understood the importance of cooperation and mutual respect. The establishment of distinct realms marked a pivotal shift from chaos to order, shaping the foundation of divine rule. Zeus later rescued Poseidon and his siblings, leading to the overthrow of Cronus. A struggle for power played out among the gods, with Zeus eventually claiming the sky, while Poseidon took the sea. Hades was given dominion over the underworld. The prophecy that foretold Cronus' downfall had been whispered through the ages, a shadow looming over his reign. The siblings were said to have been swallowed whole by their father in an attempt to thwart destiny. Their eventual rescue was no small feat. It required cunning and strength, as well as the wisdom to navigate the complex web of divine alliances and enmities. The division of realms was not a simple matter either. Each god claimed his territory with a fierce pride, shaping the world according to their will. It was through these ancient struggles that the foundations of the universe were laid, one deity's triumph echoing across time. This division shaped the very essence of existence, as each realm reflected the nature of its ruling deity. The sea became Poseidon's liquid kingdom, mirroring his restless spirit. The underworld, claimed by Hades, was a domain of silence and shadows. Zeus's sky was ever-changing, much like his own moods and decrees. These realms were not mere territories. They embodied the gods themselves, their influences permeating all aspects of life. As the years passed, each realm evolved into a distinct entity shaped by its god's essence. Their influence trickled down through mortal lives, affecting choices and outcomes. This connection between realms and deities was understood through observation of natural phenomena, and tales passed down from one generation to another. Poseidon's birth is indeed linked to his parents, Kronos and Rhea. This mythical lineage places him within a specific family tree rooted in ancient Greek lore. The union of these two deities resulted in Poseidon, god of the seas, among other siblings. Their connection is foundational, shaping his role and influence in the pantheon. This familial bond was passed down through generations of storytellers, ensuring its place in history. It reflects a time when divine lineages were believed to dictate the course of nature and human events. Each god's origin story held profound meaning for the ancient Greeks, guiding their understanding of the world around them. This interconnected web of myths served as a blueprint for their society, with each god's birth story illuminating their role in the cosmos. Through these tales, they learned about the natural world and their place within it. The power and influence of Poseidon were not merely legendary, but also a reflection of the immense respect held for the seas by the ancient Greeks. These narratives were passed down orally, ensuring that the knowledge and wisdom contained within them remained intact. In this context, Poseidon's birth story offers a window into how the ancient Greeks perceived their environment. The seas were seen as powerful and unpredictable, much like the god who ruled them. This mythological perspective helped people make sense of their world. It was through these narratives that they explored themes of power, family, and nature's mysteries. This ancient understanding was passed on through storytelling, creating a rich tapestry of interconnected tales. Each narrative held deep significance for the Greeks, guiding their thoughts and actions. These stories provided an explanation for the world's mysteries, offering comfort in the face of uncertainty. The power of Poseidon symbolized the respect and reverence the ancient Greeks had for the sea. Poseidon was the ancient Greek god of the sea, rivers, floods and drought, earthquakes and horses. His realm encompassed not just the vast ocean, but also the winding rivers that carved through the land, their waters nourishing the earth. In ancient times, sailors would look to Poseidon for protection on their voyages, his trident symbolizing his power over the waves. The story of Poseidon and Amphitrite, his wife, was a beloved tale among the Greeks, their love for each other as deep as the sea itself. His domain extended beneath the earth too, the tremors of earthquakes rumbling under his control. Horses were also revered by him, their wild spirit mirroring the untamed power of the ocean's currents. Over time, temples dedicated to Poseidon were built along coastlines and atop cliffs, places where one could stand and feel the wind's whisper, the spray's gentle touch, and the steady rhythm of waves, all bearing his touch. His dominion over the sea was felt not just in the swell and ebb of tides, but also in the calm that settled on still waters. This connection to the ocean was so profound that even the winds carried whispers of his influence. The rhythmic beat of waves against shorelines echoed the steady pulse of his power, felt by all who dwelled near the coast. In times of trouble, sailors and fishermen would look to the sea for signs of his guidance. The sea's ever-changing nature mirrored Poseidon's unpredictable mood, sailors seeking signs in its swells and ebbs. His wrath was feared, yet his mercy was sought, for he could calm the fiercest storms with a single nod. The sea's bounty, from the deepest trenches to the shoreline, bore Poseidon's mark, a tangible link between deity and mortal. Through the generations, this wisdom passed down, tales woven into the fabric of daily life. One of the 12 Olympians, Poseidon was also feared as the provoker of earthquakes and worshipped as the creator of the horse. He held a prominent place among the principal Greek deities. This divine status granted him control over powerful forces. Earthquakes, sudden and unpredictable, were seen as his handiwork, striking fear into those who felt their tremors. Meanwhile, his creation of the horse brought respect and admiration. The horse's strength and speed made it a valued companion in ancient times. Through these actions and beliefs, Poseidon's influence stretched across many aspects of Greek life. His power extended from the depths of the ocean to the shaking earth beneath. People attributed any sudden movement under their feet to his wrath, while also recognizing the horse's might as a gift from him. This dual nature underscored the Greeks' reverence for both the sea and horses. Through generations, stories about Poseidon's deeds passed down, solidifying his significance in their culture. Poseidon's control over earthquakes and horses was acknowledged through rituals and offerings made to appease him and seek his favor. The Greeks interpreted the sudden shaking of the earth as a sign of Poseidon's displeasure, influencing their actions and beliefs. They associated the strength and speed of horses with Poseidon's divine power, making these animals symbols of his might. This dual reverence for Poseidon was deeply ingrained in Greek mythology and daily life. The Greeks saw earthquakes as manifestations of Poseidon's will, an unseen force causing the land to quake. They believed that the swift and steady horses they relied upon for travel and battle were gifts from their god of the sea. This belief was reinforced through observations of nature, where sudden tremors coincided with times of perceived divine displeasure. The Greeks learned of Poseidon's association with earthquakes through generations of storytelling and lived experiences, shaping their understanding of the natural world. Poseidon's origins are deeply intertwined with ancient Greek mythology, religion, and culture. The name Poseidon in Linear B inscriptions indicates his significance even during the Bronze Age. Throughout time, Poseidon has been depicted in various forms of art, from paintings to statues, solidifying his place within ancient Greek culture. These depictions often show him with a trident, emphasizing his role as the god of the sea. The inclusion of Poseidon in these cultural elements demonstrates how integral he was to the beliefs and stories of the people who worshipped him. His presence in art and literature serves as evidence of his importance in ancient Greek life. Even before the classical period, Poseidon held a prominent position in religious practices. The continued references to him throughout history highlight his enduring significance in mythology and religion. His image has been found on pottery, coins, and temple friezes, showing his widespread reverence. Worshippers would offer sacrifices to appease him before sea voyages, illustrating their dependence on his favor. Rituals honoring Poseidon were held in coastal regions, indicating the local importance of his protection. Poets wrote about his exploits and power, reflecting the collective awareness of his influence. Temples dedicated to Poseidon were often located near bodies of water, reflecting his role as protector of seafarers. His presence in these structures underscored the community's reliance on him for safe journeys across the sea. Artifacts from ancient times bear symbols associated with Poseidon, indicating his prominence in daily life. Inscriptions mentioning Poseidon have been found in various sites, highlighting his wide-reaching influence throughout the ancient world. Poseidon's cult was prominent in various regions of ancient Greece, including Athens, Corinth, and Thebes. This presence was evident through the temples and shrines dedicated to him in these city-states. In Athens, the Temple of Poseidon at Saunion stood as a beacon, its white marble reflecting the moonlight over the Aegean Sea. Similarly, in Corinth, his temple on the Acrocorinth was a significant landmark, overlooking the city and the sea below. These structures served not only as places of worship, but also as symbols of the city-state's devotion to Poseidon. The cult's prominence can be traced through ancient texts and artifacts that describe the rituals and offerings made to him. The people believed that Poseidon, as the god of the sea, could bring prosperity and protect their cities from maritime dangers. Thus, his worship was integral to their daily lives and shaped their cultural practices. The faithful would gather at these temples to perform ceremonial rites, often involving libations and sacrifices. These rituals were intended to honor Poseidon and seek his blessings. Scholars have studied inscriptions found on pottery and stone tablets to understand the nature of these practices. Through these records, we gain insights into the beliefs and customs surrounding the worship of Poseidon. The faithful also created votive offerings, small statues or carvings dedicated to Poseidon, which were found near these temples. These artifacts reveal the deep respect and dependence on Poseidon's protection. They believed that by honoring him with such gifts, they ensured his favor. Each ritual performed was a careful act of devotion meant to maintain harmony with the divine sea god. Archaeological findings of these offerings indicate that the worship was continuous and deeply rooted in daily life. Poseidon was associated with several key myths, including the birth of Pegasus and the Trojan War. His involvement in these stories is significant, as it places him among the gods who shaped human history through their actions and decisions. The story of the Judgment of Paris, for example, where Poseidon was one of the contenders, is pivotal because it set off a chain of events leading to the Trojan War. This war would change the course of many lives and shape the world as we know it today. In ancient times, tales like these were passed down orally, echoing through halls and around fires, eventually becoming part of the written record that still speaks to us across centuries. Poseidon's role in the Trojan War is not just a myth, it is a reflection of how deeply intertwined the gods were with human affairs, influencing both grand battles and personal journeys. The gods were not merely distant figures, but active participants in human life. Their actions and decisions were often seen as determinants of fate, shaping outcomes both monumental and intimate. This belief was reinforced through stories that were told and retold, becoming integral to the cultural fabric. The lessons from these tales served as guides for navigating the complexities of life and understanding one's place in the world. These stories were not just entertainment, but served as moral compasses, teaching lessons about loyalty, courage, and the consequences of one's actions. Through these narratives, ancient societies explored the nature of power and its impact on both gods and humans. Over time, storytellers refined and adapted these tales to reflect the values and beliefs of their communities. This tradition ensured that the wisdom and warnings contained within were carried forward for future generations. Poseidon was considered the father of many heroes and demigods, including Theseus and Polyphemus. This lineage reflected his influence over the ancient world, with stories of his offspring spreading through the lands he ruled. The tales were often passed down orally, echoing from one generation to another until they became deeply ingrained in the culture. In temples dedicated to him, sculptures and paintings depicted these heroes, their features chiseled into stone or brushed onto clay tablets. The legend served as a bridge between the divine realm and human existence, creating a sense of connection with the god of the sea. The gods were believed to take mortal form to sire children, their presence in the world a constant reminder of their power. These heroes embodied Poseidon's strength and courage, carrying his legacy through their deeds and adventures. The myths were an essential part of education, teaching lessons about courage and wisdom. Children would gather around elders to listen to the tales under the moonlit sky or by the fireplace during winter nights. The stories brought comfort in times of turmoil, providing a sense of belonging and guidance. They offered explanations for natural phenomena, attributing storms at sea to Poseidon's anger and calm waters to his contentment. These myths were often recited at festivals, with Poseidon's name echoing through the streets and squares. Many homes had small shrines dedicated to him, where offerings would be left for his favour. Artisans crafted pottery and jewellery adorned with symbols of tridents and waves, further solidifying Poseidon's presence in daily life. Poseidon was the son of Kronos and Rhea, and the brother of Zeus. This divine lineage placed him among the most powerful beings in Greek mythology. The siblings were born during a time when their father, Cronus, ruled over the Titans. Poseidon's birth was part of a prophecy that foretold his children would overthrow him. To prevent this fate, Cronus swallowed each of his children at birth. However, Rhea managed to save Poseidon and his siblings, hiding them away from their father's wrath. As the eldest brother, Zeus eventually led a rebellion against Cronus, freeing his siblings and taking control of Mount Olympus. This epic story has been passed down through generations, carved into ancient temples and recited by poets, ensuring that Poseidon's origins remain etched in history. Poseidon's early life was shrouded in secrecy, shielded from his father by Rhea's cunning. The siblings were raised in hiding, unaware of their true heritage, until much later. It was through careful planning and subterfuge that they avoided Cronus's wrath, preserving the prophecy. This history is meticulously recorded in ancient scrolls, providing insight into the early struggles of these divine beings. Their hidden upbringing in seclusion ensured their survival, while Cronus remained unaware. The prophecy that threatened his reign kept the siblings safe until they could challenge him. Their story of escape and rebellion is etched into the historical records we have today. This careful preservation of their existence was crucial in maintaining their lineage's legacy. The secrecy surrounding their upbringing was a necessary measure to safeguard them from impending danger. This hidden knowledge of their origins was passed down through generations with great care, ensuring their survival. The deliberate concealment of their identity played a vital role in their eventual rise to power. Poseidon held a grudge against Odysseus for blinding his son Polyphemus. In the dim light of their cave, Odysseus and his men had outsmarted Polyphemus, a monstrous cyclops. They had escaped by hiding under sheep as they were led out to pasture. This act of deceit did not go unnoticed by Poseidon, god of the sea. His son's blinding was more than just a physical loss. It was a humiliation that echoed through the halls of Mount Olympus. News of this deed spread among the gods, and the tale reached the ears of Poseidon himself. The god, known for his temperamental nature, could not let this insult pass unpunished. He saw to it that Odysseus' journey home would be filled with trials, a constant reminder of the enmity between them. Poseidon's wrath was not a sudden outburst, but a calculated decision to impose hardships on Odysseus. The god's power over the sea ensured that no path home would be easy. Each wave and wind were now potential obstacles for Odysseus. This vendetta was not merely about one man blinding another, it was a divine reminder of the consequences of defying the gods. Odysseus' actions had ignited a divine feud, one that would shape his fate for years to come. His deceit was seen as a challenge to Poseidon's authority, a rejection of the god's power. The god's whispers carried the tale, echoing in the celestial halls, confirming Odysseus' transgression. This knowledge spread not through sight, but through divine perception, a realm where secrets are seldom kept. Helice was a city in ancient Greece known for its association with Poseidon's temples. It is believed that the worship of Poseidon began during the Bronze Age, many centuries before Helice's foundation. Temples dedicated to him were often built near coastlines or bodies of water, reflecting his role as the god of the sea. The city of Helice was one such place, where devotion to Poseidon was deeply rooted in its cultural landscape. Archaeological finds, including artifacts and inscriptions, have revealed details about these ancient temples and the rituals performed within them. These discoveries offer a glimpse into the religious practices of the time and the significance of Poseidon's worship for the people of Helice. The worship of Poseidon was intricately woven into the daily life and rituals of Helice's inhabitants. Evidence from pottery shards and votive offerings found in temples attests to this. The practice of sea-related rituals, like those seeking safe passage or bountiful catches, highlights their reliance on Poseidon. These insights come from detailed examinations of the artifact's iconography and inscriptions. The dedication to Poseidon was further underscored by the city's layout, with temples often situated near harbours. Rituals involved libations and sacrifices, reflecting the community's dependence on his favour. Archaeological digs have unearthed seashells and fish bones in temple remains, signifying offerings to Poseidon. Ceremonial objects bearing marine motifs, such as tridents and dolphins, were common, illustrating the deep reverence for this sea deity. Ritualistic actions were observed by examining pottery decorations, which frequently featured images of Poseidon. These visual cues indicated the importance placed on the god in daily activities and ceremonies. The presence of marine life remains in sacred sites, confirmed the nature of offerings made to him. Understanding these practices required careful interpretation of historical evidence found in temples. Poseidon's influence and legacy have continued through his association with the Roman god Neptune. This connection allows us to see how ancient cultures, despite their geographical separations, found common ground in their deities. In the Roman world, Neptune was revered much like Poseidon was by the Greeks, both presiding over the seas and waters. Scholars have traced this link through religious texts and artifacts, illustrating how mythologies evolve and intertwine. Temples dedicated to these gods often stand in similar architectural styles, highlighting their shared importance. Over time, these deities have been depicted in various forms of art, reflecting the deep-rooted respect they commanded. Their enduring relevance is evident in the continued interest and study of classical mythology today. The shared veneration of Poseidon and Neptune serves as a reminder that myths transcend borders. This commonality is rooted in the human tendency to personify powerful natural forces. Historical documents and artifacts have been instrumental in documenting this connection, providing insights into ancient belief systems. The similarities between Greek and Roman temples dedicated to these gods emphasize their collective significance in society. Ancient people looked to these deities for guidance and comfort, understanding the seas as vital to their survival. The likenesses in their depictions show how different civilizations shared basic human needs and fears. Artifacts found in various locations confirm this connection, revealing that despite their separations, ancient peoples held similar beliefs regarding water and its significance. These findings illustrate the universal nature of human experience and thought across cultures. Over millennia, various civilizations have honored water deities, reflecting their shared dependency and awe of seas. Symbols found in excavations show common motifs, indicating interconnected beliefs. This parallel worship suggests ancient peoples face similar marine challenges. Archaeological evidence points to shared ritual practices, underscoring the unity of human experience with the ocean. Poseidon, the god of the sea, also contributes to SOCAP, an atlas mapping the carbon on the ocean's surface. This surface, a delicate film stretching across the world's oceans, is teeming with life that absorbs and releases carbon dioxide. Scientists have measured these exchanges over time, using satellites that observe from above and buoys that float beneath the waves. The data collected is then compiled into SOCAT, a comprehensive map of carbon's journey on the ocean's surface. This atlas helps us understand how our oceans influence Earth's climate, providing valuable insights into the planet's delicate balance. The ocean's surface, this thin layer where sunlight reaches, is crucial for photosynthesis. This process, driven by microscopic plants called phytoplankton, consumes carbon dioxide and releases oxygen. By understanding these interactions, scientists can predict how the oceans might react to rising CO2 levels in our atmosphere. Through careful observations and advanced modeling techniques, they continue to unravel this complex system. These microscopic organisms, phytoplankton, form the base of the oceanic food chain. Their ability to consume carbon dioxide helps regulate the Earth's temperature. Satellite and buoy data allow scientists to track their movements over time. This continuous monitoring reveals patterns in how they absorb and release carbon. These tiny organisms, when illuminated by sunlight, perform photosynthesis, converting carbon dioxide into organic matter. The ocean surface, where these processes occur, is a vital component of the planet's carbon cycle. By studying this layer, researchers gain insights into how our actions on land affect marine environments. Continuous observation helps predict future changes in the ocean's role as a carbon sink. The Poseidon system is designed to keep watch over the ocean's ecosystem, monitoring parameters such as chlorophyll A and nitrates. It diligently tracks a total of 11 different elements that give insight into the underwater world. These parameters are crucial for understanding the health and balance of marine life. Over time, scientists have developed sensors to measure these elements, enabling them to gather data from various points within the ocean. This information is essential for research and conservation efforts. By studying chlorophyll levels, for example, researchers can determine the abundance of phytoplankton, which plays a vital role in the aquatic food chain. The system's continuous monitoring provides valuable long-term data, helping to uncover patterns and trends over seasons and years. Each measurement contributes to a broader understanding of how marine ecosystems function and respond to environmental changes. This detailed data collection also aids in detecting anomalies that might indicate pollution or other environmental threats. By observing changes over time, scientists can predict and prepare for future impacts on marine ecosystems. The data gathered by Poseidon is shared among researchers worldwide, fostering collaboration and collective wisdom. Through advanced analysis techniques, the data reveals complex interrelations within the ocean's ecosystem. This comprehensive dataset enhances our ability to model and forecast ocean conditions, aiding in mitigating potential risks. The consistent collection of such diverse elements allows for the construction of intricate environmental profiles. These profiles reveal subtle shifts in marine life dynamics, which would otherwise go unnoticed. Understanding these nuanced changes is crucial for maintaining ecological balance within our oceans. The Poseidon system records data on sea temperature, circulation, and other parameters with 4 parameters. It collects these details methodically, using satellites to monitor vast stretches of ocean. Sea temperature is measured carefully, the sensors capturing subtle changes in heat across expansive surfaces. Circulation patterns are tracked meticulously, revealing the intricate movements of water masses over time. Forecasts generated by the Poseidon system include sea level predictions, which consider elevation, with 3 parameters. These forecasts help understand and anticipate the behavior of our oceans, providing valuable insights into their complex nature. These measurements are vital for predicting weather patterns, as ocean temperature and circulation significantly influence climate. Over time, data collected by satellites has been analysed to identify trends in ocean behaviour. This continuous monitoring provides a baseline understanding of the sea's natural state, enabling scientists to detect anomalies and changes that may indicate larger environmental shifts. The subtle variations in ocean temperature affect marine life and weather systems, making these measurements essential for environmental stewardship. Satellites orbiting Earth capture images that reveal patterns over large areas, offering a comprehensive view of the ocean's dynamics. By consistently monitoring these parameters, scientists uncover long-term trends that provide insights into the health and stability of our oceans. The precision and detail in this data allow for accurate modeling and prediction of future changes in marine environments. The delicate balance between ocean temperature and circulation can profoundly shape ecosystems. Satellite imagery unveils these intricate interactions over time, layer by layer. Observations made from space reveal the subtle shifts that might otherwise go unnoticed. This ongoing surveillance ensures a comprehensive grasp of our planet's aquatic environments. The online data page of the Poseidon system offers access to real-time satellite and in-situ platform data for the Mediterranean Sea. This means that at any moment you can look up precise information about this vast body of water. People have placed platforms throughout the sea, collecting data on various aspects like temperature and salinity. Meanwhile, satellites orbiting above send back images and other details. All of this information is continuously fed into the Poseidon system. The result is a living snapshot of the Mediterranean Sea, available to anyone with an internet connection. The Poseidon system seamlessly integrates these diverse data streams, translating raw information into understandable formats. Satellite imagery and platform readings are correlated to provide a holistic view of the sea's state. This continual flow of data allows researchers and policymakers to monitor changes and trends over time. The collective effort of scientists and engineers has made this real-time access possible, ensuring that the Mediterranean Sea is well understood. Satellites capture a wide view from space, while platforms provide detailed measurements from within the sea. The data is received and processed automatically, with computers working tirelessly to maintain this real-time flow of information. Scientists and engineers regularly review and refine the system to ensure accuracy and reliability. Continuous updates are essential for keeping up with the dynamic nature of the Mediterranean Sea. The satellite imagery reveals subtle changes in watercolor, which can indicate shifts in marine life or pollutants. The platforms, strategically placed, relay their readings back to shore via secure connections. This constant influx of data enables early detection of anomalies that could affect the environment or economy. With each new piece of information, the understanding of this vital ecosystem deepens. The city of Athens was named after Poseidon's daughter, Athena. This ancient Greek metropolis, nestled among rolling hills and the sparkling Aegean Sea, honors its namesake with temples and statues dedicated to her memory. The choice of name reflects the deep reverence the early inhabitants held for the goddess of wisdom and warfare, who is said to have sprung fully grown from Poseidon's forehead. Legends recount that she competed with Poseidon himself for the city's patronage, with Athenians ultimately favouring her gift of the olive tree over his offering of a saltwater spring. The name Athens thus carries an echo of this divine contest, a reminder of the city's mythical origins etched into its very identity. The name Athens serves as a daily reminder to its residents and visitors of the city's reverence for wisdom and valour. The olive tree, symbolising Athena's victory, stands as an enduring emblem throughout the city. This choice of patronage is commemorated in ancient texts and inscriptions, ensuring that the story remains a part of local lore. The naming of Athens is considered one of the earliest examples of myth influencing urban development. The name Athens is a constant presence in daily life, from street signs to official documents. The olive tree motif decorates many public spaces and private homes. Local myths often reference Athena's triumph over Poseidon. Archaeological findings have uncovered artifacts that further illustrate this narrative. The city's name has also influenced its language, with Athenian dialects reflecting a reverence for wisdom and courage. The myth is depicted in numerous artworks adorning the city's walls and pottery. The story of Athens' naming is taught in schools to instill a sense of cultural heritage among students. This connection to Athena is celebrated annually during festivals honouring her and the olive tree. In some myths, Poseidon helped found cities such as Corinth and Troezen. This meant that the god of the sea was seen not only as a powerful force in nature, but also as a protector and guide for ancient communities. The stories tell us that he assisted in establishing these places, perhaps by providing safe passage or divine inspiration. Over time, the people who lived in these cities honoured Poseidon with temples and festivals, keeping his memory alive through their traditions. They believed that his presence brought stability and prosperity to their lands. The city of Corinth, for example, was known for its strategic location and wealth, both attributed in part to Poseidon's influence. These myths offer insight into the ancient world's relationship with deities, showing how they were woven into the fabric of daily life and history. These tales illustrate how ancient Greeks integrated divine figures into their urban planning and governance. They believed that deities played active roles in shaping their communities, offering protection and guidance. This belief was passed down through generations, forming the bedrock of cultural practices and social structures. It is evident from these myths that the ancients saw deities not just as distant powers, but as integral parts of their daily existence. Their temples and festivals were visible reminders of this divine connection. Stories of his deeds were told in homes and schools, ensuring everyone knew his role. Every storm at sea or calm voyage reinforced these beliefs. This trust in the gods extended to all aspects of life, from farming to warfare. Poseidon is the father of Pegasus, the winged horse born from his union with Medusa. In ancient myths, this union took place on the stone floor of a temple, where Medusa's gaze turned all who looked upon her to stone. The story goes that Pegasus was born of this encounter, emerging fully grown and ready for flight. His wings, powerful and shimmering in the sunlight, were said to be made from the very same substance as his mother's petrifying gaze. This tale was told by bards around fires, their voices echoing off the smooth surfaces of ancient amphoras and walls. This myth explains why Pegasus, unlike other horses, possesses wings. The stone floor, a sacred space, is thought to have imbued him with divine qualities. Tales of this union were etched into temple walls and passed down through generations, ensuring the story's longevity. This myth is a reminder that divine beings can produce extraordinary offspring. Pegasus's wings, a unique trait among horses, are seen as a symbol of his divine lineage. The endurance of this tale reflects the importance placed on familial bonds and their impact. This story has been preserved through various art forms, reinforcing its significance over time. Pegasus's wings, symbolizing his celestial heritage, have inspired artists to depict him in flight across the heavens. The story of his birth is a lesson that even from darkness, light and beauty can emerge. This myth underscores the power of transformation and redemption within the divine realm. Over centuries, sculptors have chiseled Pegasus's form into marble, perpetuating his legend. Poseidon's festival, known as Pianepsia, was held each year on the 12th day of the month named after it. This annual event took place in ancient Greece. The date was marked by specific rituals and ceremonies. People would gather in the sanctuary of Poseidon. They would light torches and processions would move through the streets. These torches, called paians, gave the festival its name. The light from these flames illuminated the night sky. It was a time to honor Poseidon, god of the sea. This tradition has been recorded in historical texts. It offers a glimpse into how ancient Greeks worshipped their deities. The festival served as a reminder of Poseidon's power over the sea and his role in the lives of ancient Greeks. Through this celebration, they sought to maintain balance with the divine world, ensuring good fortune and avoiding wrath. The detailed descriptions of Pianepsia found in historical texts provide valuable insight into the religious practices of the time. The continuation of this tradition over many years demonstrates its deep-rooted significance within ancient Greek culture. This ritual underscored the deep respect ancient Greeks had for Poseidon, reflecting their dependence on maritime activities. The flames carried through the streets symbolized Poseidon's omnipresence and influence over daily life. This knowledge of Pianepsia comes from meticulous records left behind by ancient historians and philosophers. Such rituals were deeply ingrained in the cultural fabric, passed down through generations to maintain harmony with deities. This festival exemplified the ancient Greeks' belief in divine intervention, where Poseidon's favor could bring bountiful harvests and safe voyages. It also reinforced communal bonds, uniting people under shared beliefs. The torchlight processions evoked a sense of unity and collective devotion. This festival's significance was preserved through oral storytelling and later written accounts. Poseidon emerged fully grown from his mother Rhea's womb, according to myth. This birth story is unlike the typical human experience where infants arrive small and helpless. Instead, it suggests a divine intervention, or perhaps a magical transformation within Rhea herself. The goddess would have felt her belly grow and shift as Poseidon developed inside her. But unlike mortal pregnancies, this one ended with a fully formed deity. This unusual birth signifies Poseidon's unique status, hinting at his power even from the moment of his creation. Over time, storytellers passed down this tale, preserving it in their oral traditions and later in written accounts. This birth narrative underscores Poseidon's divine origins, distinct from human procreation. It reflects an ancient belief in deities being self-contained entities, not subject to human limitations. This understanding has been passed down through generations, embedded in myths and legends that shape our perception of the gods. This divine birth also implies that Poseidon was already endowed with his immense powers from the start, not needing time to grow or learn. The myth suggests that Rhea's womb was a sacred space where this transformation occurred, differentiating it from mortal gestation. Storytellers conveyed this tale through vivid descriptions and metaphors, helping listeners envision the extraordinary event. This narrative was passed on to emphasize the god's otherworldly nature, a core element in many ancient mythologies. This myth emphasizes Poseidon's inherent strength and autonomy from his earliest moments. It suggests that divine births transcend mortal boundaries, signaling a distinct spiritual realm. This tale has persisted through generations, reinforcing a collective belief in supernatural existence. Storytellers have depicted this event to illustrate the separation between gods and humans. Athena won the patronage of Athens by providing the gift of the olive tree. The people of ancient Greece valued this humble plant, with its silvery leaves and small oval fruits. It was not merely a symbol, but also essential to their economy and culture. Olive groves stretched across the countryside, their gnarled trunks twisting towards the sun. The oil pressed from the olives fueled lamps, lubricated machinery, and nourished bodies. It was so cherished that Athena's gift secured her place as the city's protector. Historians learned of this tale through ancient texts, meticulously recording the deeds of gods and heroes. Olive oil anointed victors in athletic competitions, signifying the plant's importance. Its medicinal properties made it a staple in apothecaries. The first olive presses were simple, using stone and wooden beams to extract precious liquid gold. Ceramic fragments bearing olives reveal the fruit's cultural significance. Over time, olive trees became deeply rooted in Greek mythology. The ancient Greeks believed that Athena herself planted the first olive tree on the Acropolis. They attributed the tree's hardiness and resilience to her divine power. Olive branches adorned coins, further solidifying their symbolic importance. The olive's significance was passed down through generations, preserved in art and literature. The ancient Greeks cultivated olive trees with great care, ensuring their continued prosperity. The tree's ability to thrive in challenging conditions was seen as a reflection of Athena's enduring strength. Archaeological finds such as clay oil lamps and storage jars underscore the olive's central role in daily life. Myths and legends were passed on through storytelling, preserving the sacred connection between Athena and the humble olive tree. Poseidon's name might have roots in ancient Greek, combining the words Poseis, meaning husband or lord, and der, referring to earth. This divine figure's influence has persisted through time, reflected even in Roman mythology, where he is known as Neptune. His importance is underscored by the annual Festival of Poseidonia, a celebration held in his honor across many Greek cities. This festival, a reflection of ancient respect and devotion, would have seen communities gather to pay tribute. The origins of this name offer a glimpse into the reverence ancient Greeks held for their gods. These myths have woven themselves into the very fabric of human history, echoing through generations in various forms. The name Poseidon encapsulates the ancient Greeks' belief in divine authority, as Poseis signifies rule or ownership. This linguistic connection highlights how early civilizations understood deities to govern natural forces. The evolution of his name across cultures, such as Neptune in Roman mythology, indicates a shared human impulse to personify and honor nature's power. The preservation of this nomenclature through history attests to the enduring relevance of these ancient beliefs. Poseidon's name carries layers of meaning, reflecting the ancient Greeks' views on divine authority and natural forces. The evolution of his name across cultures signifies a universal human tendency to personify and honor nature's power. Understanding the origins of these names offers insight into early civilizations' perceptions of deities governing their environment. This understanding has been preserved through oral traditions and written texts passed down over generations. This name, Poseidon, reveals a deep connection between ancient people and their environment. It demonstrates how early cultures attributed control over natural elements to divine beings. The persistence of this name across different mythologies suggests a universal human need to explain and honor these forces. This understanding has been passed down through stories and legends, preserving the ancient beliefs for future generations. Poseidon is indeed one of the 12 Olympians, revered in Greek mythology. The number 12 signifies a complete cycle, with each deity representing a month of the year. Poseidon's inclusion among these 12 reflects his importance in ancient Greek beliefs. Over time, stories about these gods have been passed down through generations, each telling adding to our understanding of their roles and significance. In quiet temples dedicated to him, echoes of his name whispered by devout worshippers carry a sense of tranquility and power. His image was often depicted with a powerful wave crashing at his feet, symbolizing his dominion over the seas. His trident, a symbol of his might, is often shown piercing the calm surface of the sea. In quiet moments, sailors would invoke his name for safe passage on perilous journeys. The roar of storms at sea was said to be his voice, a reminder of his presence. Artifacts found in ancient sites depict him with creatures of the deep, cementing his connection to the ocean. In many coastal towns, festivals in his honor are still held today. The rhythmic sound of waves breaking on shore evokes memories of Poseidon's reign. His influence can be seen in the design of many ships, with trident-like prows pointing out to sea. Ancient mariners believed that each wave was a nod from Poseidon, guiding them safely home. His image, often found in ancient murals and pottery, shows him with a powerful wave at his feet, emphasizing his role as the god of seas. This depiction has been studied by historians to understand the mythological significance of water in Greek culture. The trident held by Poseidon is not merely an attribute, but a symbol of his control over the sea's unpredictable nature. Through archaeological finds, we know that this imagery was prevalent across various cities, indicating widespread reverence for his power and influence. The Temple of Poseidon at Cape was built around 440 BCE during Pericles' rule. This temple, dedicated to the god of the sea, stood tall on a cliff overlooking the Aegean Sea. Worship of Poseidon had been ongoing in this place for centuries before construction began. It was not until the late 8th century BCE that devotion to him took shape at Cape The temple's design and location were chosen to command a clear view of the sea, reflecting the maritime significance of Poseidon. The site had previously hosted humbler shrines dedicated to both Athena and Poseidon, indicative of early dual worship in the area. Archaeological evidence, such as pottery shards and architectural fragments, suggests that these earlier structures were simpler and smaller than the grand temple that now stands. The temple's Doric columns and marble facade are visible from miles away, a symbol of ancient Greek architecture and devotion. The sea breeze carries whispers of prayers and offerings, echoing through the centuries. Stone fragments unearthed near the site bear inscriptions dedicated to Poseidon, revealing early beliefs and practices. Scholars have studied these artifacts under microscopes, illuminating the temple's history and significance. The temple's orientation ensures that it catches the sunrise, aligning its grandeur with the natural rhythm of the day. This sacred spot has been meticulously excavated, layer by layer, to uncover its past secrets. The site's continuous habitation from ancient times until now offers a glimpse into enduring spiritual practices. Inscriptions found on stone fragments provide tangible evidence of the rituals and beliefs that once filled this holy place. The Temple of Poseidon features 34 Doric columns, of which 15 still stand. Built along the coast of Greece, this temple was a significant place for worship and offerings. Rituals here included bull sacrifices, believed to honor the sea god. Sailors would often make offerings at the temple before embarking on their journeys. The Temple of Poseidon is known for its association with Kuroi statues, similar to those found at the nearby Temple of Athena. These standing statues may have served as reminders of past rituals and sacrifices. The site has been studied and documented over time, providing insight into ancient Greek practices. As you visualize this temple by the sea, remember that it was a place where people connected with the divine through tangible acts and offerings. The remaining columns are a quiet reminder of these ancient rituals, standing tall against the backdrop of time. Visitors would often leave small tokens, such as coins or shells, at the base of the columns. These offerings were seen as gifts to Poseidon, seeking his favor for safe journeys. The temple's coastal location allowed sailors to easily access it before setting sail. Archaeologists have uncovered remnants of these rituals, including burned animal bones and broken pottery. The temple's architecture reflects the Greeks' deep respect for Poseidon, with each column representing a connection to the divine. Remains of burnt offerings at the site indicate regular rituals, suggesting frequent visits by worshippers. The alignment of the temple with the sea demonstrates its role as a protective symbol for sailors. Excavations have revealed artifacts that provide clear evidence of the temple's spiritual significance to ancient Greeks. The original archaic Temple of Poseidon was destroyed during the Persian invasion of Greece in 490 BCE. This event marked a significant loss, as the cult of Poseidon extended beyond Greece, with his influence felt in various Mediterranean civilizations. The temple stood as a center for worshippers seeking Poseidon's favor, especially in places like Corinth and Athens. Its destruction left a void that could not be easily filled, as Poseidon was revered by many across the region. The invasion brought about a wave of change, reshaping the landscape and the lives of those who called these temples home. The ruins of this once great temple now serve as a silent reminder of the power that once stood there. Archaeologists have pieced together fragments to understand its glory, providing insights into a world where Poseidon was venerated above all else. The temple's foundations, now exposed to the sky, speak volumes about the grandeur it once possessed. Fragments of pottery and sculptures strewn among the ruins offer glimpses into the intricate rituals performed within its walls. Erosion and time have revealed subtle details etched into the surviving stones, shedding light on the skill of ancient artisans. Each fragment, painstakingly examined by archaeologists, contributes to a deeper understanding of Poseidon's cult and its significance in Mediterranean civilizations. The remnants whisper tales of ancient devotion, with each chipped column and broken tile bearing witness to fervent rituals once held in Poseidon's honor. The deliberate placement of stones now scattered across the site reveals the careful planning and craftsmanship of builders long gone. Meticulous analysis of recovered artifacts sheds light on the intricate symbolism and mythical narratives that permeated the temple's design. Each artifact, while fragmented, offers a glimpse into the rich spiritual life of those who venerated Poseidon. During the Peloponnesian War, the Athenians fortified Saunion to secure grain routes in 413 BCE. This military outpost included a temple dedicated to Poseidon, the god of the sea. The temple stood tall against the backdrop of the Aegean Sea, its white marble columns weathered by time and wind. It served not only as a religious sanctuary, but also as a strategic vantage point. The fortification effort was part of Athens' broader defense strategy to safeguard its supply lines during the war. Today, the Temple of Poseidon remains one of the most well-preserved ancient Greek temples, offering a glimpse into the historical significance and military importance of the site. The temple's design, with its peristyle and pediment, reflects the classical Greek architectural style prevalent during that time. Its strategic location allowed Athenian soldiers to monitor approaching ships, ensuring no surprise attacks on their supply lines. This historical account is derived from archaeological findings and ancient texts like Thucydides' History of the Peloponnesian War. The columns of the temple, known for their Doric order, stood as silent sentinels over the centuries. The strategic placement of this religious sanctuary enabled Athens to maintain a strong naval presence in the region. Ancient inscriptions found on the ruins offer clues about the temple's construction and purpose. Careful excavation has revealed remnants of the fortification walls that once surrounded the temple, providing further insights into its military role. The temple's high perch on a promontory offered clear views of both land and sea, facilitating the Athenians' defensive tactics. Its religious significance was intertwined with military necessity, as it stood guard over critical maritime routes. Meticulous study of architectural elements has shed light on the temple's dual function as a sanctuary and watchtower. Archaeological evidence suggests that this strategic use of religious sites was not unique to Saunion. The classical era Temple of Poseidon was built under Pericles using white marble. This grand structure stands along the coast of Greece, its gleaming surface a beacon to sailors navigating the Aegean Sea. The temple's construction utilized local materials, reflecting the ingenuity and resourcefulness of the ancient Greeks in their architectural endeavors. Its strategic location at Sunyan ensured that it was a significant site dedicated to Poseidon, serving both religious and navigational purposes. The choice of white marble not only showcased the temple's divine association, but also helped to endure the coastal elements, ensuring its lasting presence through time. Pericles' vision brought together the finest materials and skilled craftsmanship to create a symbol that withstood the test of history. The Temple of Poseidon at Sunyan remains a tangible link between ancient beliefs and modern-day archaeological discovery, standing as an example of classical Greek architectural prowess. The temple's columns, each carved with precision, exhibit the careful planning and execution required for such a monumental structure. The site's gradual excavation by archaeologists has revealed artifacts that provide insights into the temple's original function and design. Its coastal setting has allowed for the study of how marine conditions affect ancient architecture over time. The temple's alignment with celestial bodies indicates its role in religious observances, demonstrating the harmony between spiritual practices and architectural design. The temple's design reflects the ancient Greeks' understanding of sacred geometry, with proportions based on mathematical principles. Its positioning at the edge of the cliff emphasizes the boundary between land and sea, symbolizing Poseidon's dominion over both realms. The temple's orientation towards the sunrise underscores its role in celestial alignment rituals. Over centuries, wind and waves have shaped the temple's base, revealing the subtle interplay between natural forces and human craftsmanship. The sanctuaries at Cape Sunyan are known to date back to the 11th century BC. Their precise establishment date is uncertain, but they have stood for millennia, witnessing the ebb and flow of ancient life. The rocky outcrop of Sunyan has long been a place of reverence, with signs of human activity stretching far into history. Evidence suggests that people began building these sanctuaries centuries before written records could confirm their existence. The structures have weathered the elements over time, their surfaces bearing testimony to the passage of ages. Archaeological finds indicate that the site held significance even in the early days of Greek civilization. Artifacts and architectural remnants reveal a continuity of devotion as generations built upon the foundations laid by their ancestors. The sanctuaries stand as silent sentinels, their presence enduring across the sweep of human history. The sanctuaries at Cape Sunyan have been meticulously studied by archaeologists who have unearthed fragments that tell a story of unbroken devotion. The structures themselves bear evidence of numerous repairs and additions over the centuries, each layer revealing a history of care and reverence. These finds underscore the enduring spiritual significance of the site throughout its long existence. The ongoing preservation efforts attest to the value placed on this ancient place by both past and present communities. The stones and structures at this site reflect a deep-rooted tradition passed down through generations. Fragments of pottery and inscriptions found here provide glimpses into daily life and rituals practiced long ago. These discoveries hint at the spiritual connection that bound ancient communities to this land. The careful restoration work helps preserve not just the physical remains, but also the intangible heritage they represent. In the 1st century CE, both Roman geographer Strabo and historian Pausanias mentioned a temple in their writings. This temple was significant enough to be noted by these chroniclers of history and geography. It stood as a landmark in its time, with surfaces worn smooth by the passage of countless pilgrims and visitors. The temple's existence has been preserved in the written accounts of these ancient scholars, whose words have echoed through time. Their references serve as historical markers, guiding us to the past. These writings were preserved on scrolls or tablets, their surfaces bearing the impressions of careful calligraphy. The temple's fame must have been widespread, considering it was mentioned by 2 different historians from distinct disciplines. The temple's renown was such that it left a lasting imprint on the minds of those who chronicled its existence. The written records allow us to trace the temple's prominence through time. These ancient texts offer glimpses into the cultural and religious significance of the structure. They help us reconstruct the temple's story, even though it no longer stands today. The temple's renown can be attributed to its role as a sacred site, drawing pilgrims from afar. its historical significance is underscored by the mentions in various chronicled accounts. Through these texts, we grasp the temple's place in ancient society and worship. The temple's enduring fame reveals the power of written records to connect us with the past. The temple's legacy persists in the archives, awaiting discovery by future scholars. Its story is pieced together from fragments of history, like a jigsaw puzzle. This ancient site remains etched in memory through the enduring power of words. The temple's echoes resonate in the quiet halls of libraries and museums. The Temple of Poseidon fell into disuse and gradually deteriorated with the rise of Christianity in the 5th century CE. Over time, the once pristine marble columns became coated in moss, their sculpted details softened by weathering. The temple's grandeur faded as it was no longer a center of worship or community life. The altar, once bright with sacrificial fires, grew cold and silent. The temple's interior, once resounding with the echoes of prayer and ceremony, now hosted only the whispers of wind through its crumbling walls. The temple's neglect was a sign of the shifting religious landscape, as Christianity gained prominence in the region. The temple's deterioration was observed over centuries, leaving behind a tangible record of its decline for future generations to discover and understand. The temple's transformation from a place of reverence to one of ruin mirrored the religious changes sweeping through the land. Each season brought further decay as storms eroded the stone and vegetation crept inward. The once crowded pathways now saw only the occasional wanderer drawn by the melancholy beauty of decay. Fragments of the temple's past glory lay scattered among the weeds, silent witnesses to its forgotten grandeur. The marble blocks, once carefully fitted together, now lay scattered like discarded toys. Ivy tendrils snaked up the worn columns, their roots probing for purchase in the crumbling stone. The air within the temple was heavy, with the scent of damp earth and decaying leaves. The silence that had settled over the ruin was only occasionally interrupted by the distant murmur of waves against the shore. The Poseidon system is composed of many parts, including buoys, a cabled seabed observatory, repeated cruises, a ferry box system, Argo floats, gliders, HF radar, and tide gauges. These components work together to observe the ocean in real time. The system includes buoys as observing components, anchored to the surface of the water to measure wave heights, temperatures, and currents. There is also a cabled seabed observatory, connected by cables that transmit data from the seafloor to researchers on land. This complex network of instruments allows scientists to study the ocean's behavior continuously. The observing components, such as buoys and gliders, collect vast amounts of data over long periods. These data are transmitted through underwater cables or satellite links to scientists who analyze them. By using repeated cruises and other methods like Argo floats, researchers can verify their findings with additional measurements. The Poseidon system's extensive reach ensures that no significant changes in the ocean go unnoticed. Each component in the Poseidon system plays a unique role, offering different perspectives on ocean behavior. The buoys monitor surface conditions, while gliders explore deeper waters. This layered approach provides comprehensive data. Underwater cables and satellite links relay this information to scientists promptly. Regular maintenance cruises ensure all instruments remain operational. The system's components collectively paint a detailed picture of ocean dynamics, from surface waves to deep currents. Each instrument contributes a piece to this intricate puzzle, with buoys monitoring the top layer and gliders diving into the depths. This interconnected web of sensors ensures that no significant marine event goes undetected. The continuous flow of data enables scientists to track changes over time, gaining insights into long-term trends and sudden shifts in ocean behavior. And that is where we will leave Poseidon for tonight. The facts will still be true tomorrow, and this video will still be here whenever you need it. Sleep well.